Sorry for the technical difficulties. Well, good afternoon. It's Thursday, February 2nd, 2023, and this is the zoning administrator hearing, remote hearing for the city of South San Francisco. My name is Tony Rossi. I'll be serving as the zoning administrator for this hearing. And on today's agenda, we have one item. In just a moment, I'm going to ask the project planner to present an overview and then invite the applicant to speak or provide any additional information. But I do want to go over a couple items for the remote hearing. Any members of the public that wish to comment may do so by selecting the raise hand feature, and we will call on you. Once we've received public input, we'll close the public hearing portion of this meeting. And once the public hearing is closed, this ends the public input for that item. And letters or testimony received up to this point will be a part of the administrative record. The purpose of this meeting will be to gather information, receive public testimony, and ask questions about the project. A preliminary decision will be rendered at this hearing today, and a formal letter of approval or disapproval will follow. Zoning administrator decisions are documented in a letter called a notice of action. There is a 15-day appeal period that starts from the date shown on the notice of action. If you have any questions about appeals, the appeal process, or the outcome of your hearing, please talk to your project planner, to me, or the city clerk. Appeals that are not filed properly cannot be accepted. There is a fee and paperwork that needs to be filed with the city clerk. All of that makes sense so far. Any questions? All good. All right. What I'd like to do is open the public hearing and ask our clerk to read the first item.
So item number 1, report regarding consideration of a minor use permit to allow acupuncture and massage business at address 953 El Camino Real in the T5 Corridor Zoning District in accordance with Title 20 of South San Francisco Municipal Code, parentheses SSF MC, end of parentheses, in determination that the project is categorically exempt from California Environmental Quality Act, parentheses CEQA, end parentheses, and Victoria Kim is the associate planner.
Thank you, Kelsey. Victoria, will you please present?
All right, let me share my screen. Everybody can see my screen? Okay, great. Good afternoon, zoning administrator. This is a project planner, Victoria, presenting a minor use permit for acupuncture and massage business. The project is located at 953 El Camino Real in T5 Corridor Zoning District. The applicant is proposing an acupuncture and massage business in one of the Fairway Plaza units within the existing one-story building. Previously, the project site was used for a vitamin and supplements retail store. The applicant is proposing only interior improvements, and there's no exterior modification proposed. Currently, the plaza parking has 75 regular spaces and 4 accessible parking stalls. According to the city parking standards, 1 parking space per 300 square feet is required for personal services. Therefore, only 4 parking spaces need to be provided for the project, and the current parking lot is sufficient for the requirement. The massage and acupuncture business will be operated between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the first shift, and the second shift will start from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Sunday. No more than 8 clients will be expected, and there will be 1 employee per shift. In total, 2 staff members will be working for the business. Planning staff recommends the zoning administrator finds the project is categorically exempt accordance with CEQA guidelines and approve the minor use permit to allow the acupuncture and massage business. Pending upon questions, this concludes the presentation.
Thanks, Victoria. Does the applicant wish to present or speak on the item?
Justin, would you like to speak to any of your comments regarding the project? I think you're on mute.
So need what detail for me for the
Do you have any
project?
comments? Do you have any thing that you want to speak about the project?
Yeah, I say your describe is correct, and I see the PPT is right. It's right. Yeah. I have no question, and yeah, thank you.
Excellent. I have a couple questions to start out for Victoria. Notification in the paper, we did mailing radius. Have we received any public comments today?
Not that I'm aware. I don't receive any comments. Kelsey, did you receive any comments?
I have received no comments.
All right.
Thank you.
Has the police department reviewed the application and provided appropriate conditions of approval?
Yes. So I spoke to Sergeant Mike, and then he gave us 3 conditions, and I incorporated with the conditions of approval.
Excellent. A couple questions for the applicant. Have you operated a similar business within South San Francisco or in San Mateo County? And if you have an answer, just make sure to unmute yourself.
So you needed me to introduce myself?
Yeah, that would be great. I was curious if you've operated this type of business in South San Francisco at perhaps another location or somewhere in San Mateo County.
Okay, so I was a doctor in China from 2000, and I moved to American 8 years before. So I in 2018 I got my acupuncturist license in California. Before that, I was a postdoc in UCSF. So after I got my acupuncturist license, I set up a small business in my basement, San Francisco. So I just run the business for almost now is still work, but you know, less parking, and maybe my neighborhood will complain maybe. So I just you know, more and more customers. So I need another place, and then when I just look for another location, I see this plaza is very good, and my wife got her massage license. So I just set up an office for both of us. That's it.
Oh, that is a great background. I really appreciate that. What would you say is your plan for percentage that will be acupuncture, acupressure versus massage? Do most people come in and get both, or do folks make an appointment for acupuncture or massage or both?
Depends the customers. So maybe you can see now just in my basement is maybe more than 80% people like acupuncture. But after acupuncture, usually I will give some acupressure because acupressure is different from the needle. So usually the people like they have pain symptom. The needle and the acupressure is different machines. So I use both of them usually. But the clients of my wife, they just need massage, maybe sometimes a general massage, Swedish massage, and maybe sometimes need me to cooperation for acupressure.
Excellent. A question for staff. In the conditions of approval, do we have a requirement for final inspection at time of operation or time of business license issuance for planning?
Well, initially I'm the planner who reviewed their business license. So I know that they already applied business license and I already approved for their business license application. So I didn't include those requirements.
Okay. Yeah, I think what I'd like to see happen is a recommendation that we include a condition that when they're ready to begin operation, we'll go out and just do an inspection of all the rooms, make sure they match the site plan as put forth.
Okay.
To the clerk, do we have any hands raised from the public?
There are no hands raised at the moment.
All right, no comments received. I'm going to close public comment. And close the public hearing. I think that concludes the questions I have for staff and for the applicant. I'm inclined to recommend approval and issue a notice of action approving the request for a minor use permit. That'll follow up as a document in the next day or so. There's a 15-day appeal period, but in the interim, you would be able to continue any internal TI work and proceed with your business license inspections from police, fire, building. They're all required to go out and do an inspection as part of your business license sign off. And then when the appeal period is over, planning would be able to sign off and do their inspection as well. Does that make sense? Sound good to everyone?
Yes.
Well, we'll take care of the paperwork on our end, but I do want to congratulate you on the new location and wish you luck with your business operation here, Justin. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Absolutely.
Have a
Thanks for your
great day.
patience in going through this process. Are there any other items on this agenda, Clerk?
There are no other items. This is the only one.
Well, then that concludes the zoning administrator hearing, and we'll close the meeting. Thank you all.
Thank you. Have a good day.